Hello and welcome to the Flock Hosting Update for March 2018. It has been a busy couple of months. February was supposed to end with a number of things going on within Flock Hosting. However, a death in the family, health issues, some crazy server stuff for a server client, etc. Really just completely trashed all plans of that. My uncle went to be with the Lord towards the end of the month, towards my birthday, and just a rough time, just helping my aunt, helping things with his passing where I can, even though there's a distance. But, hey, praise God, he's no longer in pain. He's gone to be with the Lord. And so for those of you who did check in on me, asking how things were and knew about that, thank you guys for just your concern, your prayers, and just, patience in all things. It was busy. It has been a busy month. Thus why it is the end of March and I am just barely recording this update. But it has just been one of those things that even through just all of it, I do always appreciate you guys for your concerns, your prayers. It's just, it's great to know that you guys are there not only as customers, but also as just brothers and sisters in the Lord who lift up and just support wherever you can. So thank you for that. There have been a number of church hosting delays and backlogs over this past month to a point in which it just got about 20 accounts plus just sitting in a queue waiting to be reviewed. And I do apologize for those of you who are waiting. The problem is we had a number of just large surges of fraudulent attempts from even a just blatantly just someone just giving it the college try to take and sign up and get free hosting for a dating site. So it's one of those things at the moment things see free, a bot or even just a person who's just feeling opportunistic that, it's something that's automatically set up. They'll just sign up. The queue fills up and it just becomes problematic because some of these you can't tell. Some of them it is a URL that you're saying, is that a church? Is that a word for fellowship in another language you don't realize? And so the research has to go in, the time has to go in, and then to throw in other things going on, it can get backlogged. So I do apologize. We are caught up as of right now. I think that there may have been one that came in just before I started recording, so may have to get caught up here again soon. But thank you guys for the patience in the delays with that. It is one of those things that I do want this to be a blessing, and at the same time, I want to be a good steward and not just sign up any old account where people will take advantage of it. We'll do malicious intent. I don't want fake websites for banks set up or anything like that. So just the continual review of accounts that are both in place as well as those who sign up will continue. And hopefully the process can become better fine-tuned to prevent backlogs as things go forward. There was a Facebook question, if you are a social media person, that was put out asking about if you guys were interested in the ability to have a class of building a web page. And that's one of the things I get a lot of questions on, and a lot of churches and a lot of individuals come and say, I'd love to have a site designed. We throw around numbers back and forth, and then that's the big problem, is that people love the idea of having someone design their website. The only problem at hand is that for some, the budgets that are put forth for the caliber that they are wanting is not something that fits. And I completely understand that. You don't think that you're going to walk into a web design quote for what you consider to be your simple website and you're going to walk away paying maybe $100, $200. And I get that, but the problem is the amount of time, effort, and the continual just things that have to be done. It takes more man hours than that to take and put things together. So I have been working with the idea of creating a class, and I posted it to Facebook, and it was an overwhelming comparison of people that were saying, yes, I would be interested. I would love to have that ability to take and go through. And while I've been working with different churches and individuals on just kind of general help over time, I thought it would be kind of a benefit maybe to people to have a step-by-step guide, a multi-video course in which you guys could actually take and go from starting to finish to build out a website. And for some of you, that may not be something you want. You may be a web designer. You may be happy with templates, and that's fine. Because heck, I know the days where I say to myself, instead of building something custom, I would so much rather just find that perfect template and put it together. Because if that was the case, Flock Hosting would have had a new site years ago. But each of us is different, and each of us, our skill levels are different. So I'm trying to build a course around this idea. So I'm shooting for being in production through May, but hopefully by June to have a fully live and ready to go class. I still haven't worked out the pricing. I'm really kind of working on it, both in how much time I'm going to end up putting in recording and production, as well as trying to work out some deals with some of the plugins and stuff that I will be using in it, because I've already kind of mapped that out a little bit. But working with the companies that make those to see if there's any way that maybe through this course, if you sign up, there could be a perk of a deal on the first year, a percentage off, maybe some type of promotion that you guys can benefit from. So stay tuned for that if you are interested. There is some things coming up on that, and I think it will be a great benefit to many. And I'm still looking at other options too. A couple sites have options for teaching and as a option to really just get more information out there, but at the same time help the family budget and afford to take and do some of the upgrades I want to do this year at Flock Hosting. I'm looking at some courses to maybe produce and put online that will deal with WordPress or even just cPanel and getting started there, and just kind of make some curriculum that would be from someone who is not web savvy. I mean, if you are the church secretary, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to do this and add some benefit to your position and your knowledge and your ability to take and say, hey, a website, I can handle that. So I want to empower people. I want to take the knowledge that I have and share it. And while I would love to do that always for free, the catch is that time is sadly money. And if I can work out something to where, even like I say with this class, I want it to be affordable, and I want it to be something that too will grow with this. So the goal with this course is that if I do make it, if you get in early, you will be at the lowest price, and then as time goes on and I add to it, you'll actually get more things as I release them. So there is that. Last couple things I've got. People have been asking about my health and how I've been talking off and on in different areas about my blood sugars, my health in general, where I'm at, how I'm doing. I've actually been seeing an endocrinologist for my diabetes, because it's been one of those things that it goes from being controlled one day to out of control the next. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen some of my journey in which I posted amazing numbers. We've got me on a new medication, which is a daily injectable, which not really fun, but hey, health is a bigger deal to me than dying. So again, a little bit of discomfort for a long-term health solution, I greatly appreciate. So thank you guys for your prayers for this. This new med is doing amazing things. My A1C averages for this next big chunk is probably going to be a lot less, because I've seen average numbers at resting around 200, and I'm hovering around 130, 100. So a good knock in that. And so thank you guys for the prayers. Thank you guys for the patience. I know that, if you have anybody in your life that has diabetes, and sometimes the pricking of the fingers, the watching what you eat, the, all these different things that affect you, maybe that don't affect somebody else. I've known diabetics who eat things that I say, if I eat that, I will, have a spike, and things that you wouldn't think. I mean, they always say, eat lots of fruits. And if I eat pineapple, my sugars just spike through the roof, and they stay spiked. So it's different for everybody. And so it's been a blessing to see this med help, and the changes in diet and eating and everything else, just bringing things to reduce my weight, reduce everything else, and so it's been good. But there's still one thing that I have to work on, which is rest. And if you know me and you've been around Flock Hosting for any length of time, you know that I don't sleep, and apparently that's not good for diabetics. So to that end, I am going to be over the next week or two here, just with spring break and my wife's schedule, going to be taking a mini vacation when and where I can. Again, I wish I could take one and just be disconnected. However, solo operation, the buck stops with me, so I will be taking and continuing to have my office with me. It will be mobile. There may be slight delays, as I can't drive and work on server tickets or trouble tickets. Please get really upset about that. I'm sorry. Talk to California Highway Patrol. If you can work out something where I can do both, I'll give it a shot. But there will be some delays. I will be having some minor breaks in April, just to kind of deal with everything else that's coming up with taxes and everything else, because It's one of the many things on my to-do list, which I'm hoping to actually wrap up here in the next 2 weeks, but, giving myself a good buffer, so there may be some delays. So I do appreciate you guys' patience. I do appreciate you guys taking the time, as always, to watch these and catch up on what's going on with me, what's going on with Flock Hosting, and things coming forward. I will be having some promotions as we head into the end of April, as well as we head into the summer months. I'm going to take and have some things will go along with the coursework and things that are going on there. So again, thank you guys for taking the time to watch. Stay tuned for another Flock update here in hopefully a couple weeks, as I want to get things recorded with it sooner than later. But I hope you guys have been having a great March. I hope you guys are having a great year so far, and stay tuned for more.